got the old Dirty International fired up. We're gonna see if we can hitch up to my low boy and maybe go get a dozer. I just gotta get a little air pressure. Well, you gotta be careful. If you drop your tools, they go through the floor. All right, here we go. Tried hooking this trailer to this truck until today. Fifth wheel works. The problem is, well, I have enough clearance to do a corner. It looks like it might work. I've got this one doesn't have an adjustable fifth wheel, so I guess if I can get my brakes to release and maybe work a little bit, this thing might work. I might have to watch this on a tight turn if I get it in a bind, but the height to the winch is pretty good. Should go over the top of the trailer deck. Now, it's probably gonna, I might want to get me a piece of pipe or something to put in this channel just to let that cable ride over it. But it'd be almost tempting to try loading this dozer because it's a similar sized dozer. Hello, Roxy. Anyway, out doing things I probably shouldn't be doing, but the truck don't look too bad on there actually. Might work. I might need to get some wires. Who needs lights? I'm headed over to get a dozer. We ain't in Little Red. Hey, it made it. Hope you enjoyed the ride. Anyway, we're gonna probably wait till it cools off before I unload it. It's hot. But I don't know if the camera caught it whenever the cable came loose and it rolled back off the trailer. Was a little bit exciting, but old Dozer's seen better days. It's probably wore plumb out, but anyway, we'll see. This one has been converted from pony start to electric, so I'm assuming it's probably got a 24 volt starter. Of course, a homemade top and a big old rat nest in the front. That'll be fun to clean out. Probably need to drop the belly pan. Anyway, this is an old D6. I believe it's a 9U. There might be a number here. I think that just talks about how to start it. So I don't know that this one has glow plugs. I don't think it has glow plugs, but they took the pony off of it, and I guess this was factory or somebody built the kit to convert it over to electric start. So this is a gear drive. It's got a hydraulic clutch. Of course, your steering levers, steering brakes, blade control. It does have a cat hydraulic blade control. It's got her 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's reverse, that's forward, and then it's got a 5th gear that I think is just for forward only. Anyway, I got to figure out serial number and all that stuff on it. Ought to be interesting. Alright, let's get this thing unloaded. See what happens here. Okay, so what's the plans for this dozer? I don't really have any plans that are going to happen right away. Obviously, I would like to get it running, but it may be a bit. This is a project I wanted to get home and get it off of the neighbor's property, or the guy that got it from his property. And so if you guys know anything about D6 Caterpillar 9U series, I believe earlier I think I said it had a hydraulic clutch. It's got what they call a wet clutch, so I'm pretty sure it's a later model 9U D6. So anyway, it's gonna need a lot of work. It's got a good rat nest in it, so I probably just brought home some new rats. Maybe they can come and breed with mine. I don't know. I don't particularly like to have rats around, but one thing about it, they didn't eat very many wires on this one, because there ain't very many wires on this one. And like I say, I don't know if this is the original, if this is a Caterpillar blade. The hard nose is definitely Caterpillar, but I don't know about the blade frame or the cylinders. If any of you guys know anything about this stuff, let me know. I'm new to Caterpillar. I'm really new to, I mean, maybe that's not a Caterpillar, official Caterpillar symbol. I don't know, maybe it's just welded in off a different blade, but the blade has been used, so I can tell you at one point or another it looked like they reskinned this blade, so it's at least had 2 wore out skins on it. Blade's got some cracks. One of the problems I see was the blade is really loose at the back frame, so it's allowing it to move back and forth, and it appeared to me when this blade was down, these cylinders are actually got a bow in them, so that's probably not good. But I'm not sure if these are cat cylinders or if this is a cat blade. Most of the D6s I see of this era have a 10-foot blade. I have seen a few that had a narrow gauge with an 8-foot blade that was outside mounted, but this one's definitely inside mounted. You can see there's a trunnion and 2-bolt set up there. This has been welded. I don't know if this has been replaced or retrofitted off another machine, who knows. I've seen a lot worse tracks on the chains anyway. The sprockets are wore a little bit, but the chains don't look to be that bad to me. I mean, they've got some wear, but I've seen a lot worse. Bottom rollers are decent. I think my top roller on one of my carrier rollers on the other side's in bad shape. But like I say, it's one of those things. I don't know that much about it. I just got it home, and it may sit till the end of summer. It may sit till the weather's nicer. Hopefully at some point I'll be able to get something done with it. But anyway, the old 4300 winch truck did a good job of winching this thing on. In the video you saw the dozer come up almost to the top, and I saw that the cable had unhooked and it was still hanging. I thought, well, maybe it'll go on up, but I knew it wasn't gonna hurt anything if it came off. But anyway, I had to re-hitch it. But this outfit worked pretty good for moving this dozer. I could have possibly got it running where it was sitting, but it's easier to get stuff running at home. But I put a piece of pipe in here just to give the cable something to ride over, and you can see it's plenty high to clear my top deck. This is not something I plan on doing a lot, but it turned out pretty handy for this. In this case, it turned out pretty handy. But anyway, excuse me. This is the old Caterpillar. I'll just walk around it, let you guys see what you think. Something I just noticed, and I don't understand why this would have happened, but it appears to me somebody has used a torch and heated this up. So if you got any ideas there, let me know what that could be about. It's a little odd. Exhaust manifold's been repaired a couple places. Look like a master fabricator built the top and the sweeps. Anyway. Anyhow, a little 8-foot wide dozer is pretty handy to have around. They don't take up much real estate on a trailer, that's for sure. So, you guys let me know what you think of it, and if it's a project worth tackling, or if I ought to just take it to the scrapyard. I'm not a scrapper by heart. I have a hard time letting things go. You can talk to my wife about that. She'll let you know that I should let things go. She was not thrilled that this came home with me. But in all honesty, if I can get this one running, I'll probably try to sell it. I don't know. I'd like to work it out to where it's working right before it leaves here, but I don't see this as being something that I'm hung up on trying to keep. Maybe I will, who knows? I might love it. I kind of doubt it. If you've ever ran a standard shift dozer, you'll understand why I love my little TD8 with power shift. This is a workout right here. This is for tough men that don't exist anymore. The ones that do exist, they're out there, and they can tell you these young guys couldn't hang with them. No way. Anyway, I couldn't see any coolant in the radiator. The dipstick is showing way high on the oil, but you're supposed to check these with them running. So it could be that the filters have drained down, oil level's higher than it should be. It does have a dipstick on the clutch, and it seems to be right on the money. But best case scenario, there's no coolant in the engine oil. Worst case scenario, I've got a pile of steel here. I guess I can try to sell for parts. I don't know, but you two quit. Blue's getting bossy and Roxy don't like it. Yeah, she don't like it. Behave, Blue. Behave. Blue ain't a bad dog. He's just a little bossy. So anyway, there she is. That's it. Blue, you gonna pee on it? Gotta mark it. Oh, and by the way, I know I'm gonna catch some flack because when I was driving, I was not shifting or splitting my top gears. For some reason, it didn't seem to be shifting. There's something wrong with the split shift on it. So I was just shifting it like a 9-speed. So I know how to shift a 13. First one I ever drove, I was 14 years old in a Kenworth K100 cab over. So I understand how they work. I just wanted to let you know, when you saw me shifting and grinding gears, it wasn't exactly the way I'd like to be driving it. But for some reason, when I'm driving, I don't get a split between on my direct and overdrive and high range. So I know somebody's gonna say, well, you ain't driving that truck right. Well, I know, but it's okay. It's my truck. I'll drive it how I want to drive it, and I'll grind some gears. Also, I do a lot of gear grinding because there's a detent pin on this transmission when you shift from low range to high that is broke, I believe, because I've had that problem on my 15-speed before. And when you go from low to direct, or from low range to high range, which on this shifter is direct, whenever you shift it up, it should wait until you hit neutral, but it doesn't. So it's shifting direct automatically, quickly, but Now it sounds like it's shifting high and low, but when I was driving it, I couldn't get it to, it didn't seem to want to work, so I just, also my clutch brake needs adjusted. I crawled under it a few weeks ago and tried to adjust it. It's froze up. It hasn't been adjusted probably in forever, like maybe since it was new. So I may have to replace the clutch or pull it apart, pull the transmission, I don't know. I'm gonna spray some more lubricant on it, see if I can get it to break loose at some point. But the clutch brake is very important on a winch truck because otherwise you're grinding gears. So anyway, ain't perfect. Also, it ain't been used every day, so as far as horsepower, this truck is, it ran decent. It may need a fuel filter. Another thing about this truck is it has a governor, a hydraulic governor, and most Cummins engines don't have that. So when I hit the throttle, it goes to a certain RPM and it levels off. So it's tricky to shift. Let's see how the governor's not working exactly right. So I've got some issues on this truck I need to work out, try to figure out. It didn't run hot, it ran oil pressure. Overall, it was a successful day with it. The winch is awesome. But when I push the clutch all the way to the floor, she's grinding. So I try to stop it with the try to stop the transmission from spinning with the transmission instead of the winch PTO, because that's just a little bit better for it. But anyway, I'm gonna wind my cable up here and hopefully won't break nothing. There we go. Anyway, it's been a pretty cool old truck so far. Little different than the new ones. No AC, except for these. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the video.